Actividades de noviembre. Bienvenidos a la Biblioteca Benjamín Franklin. El día de hoy presentamos en colaboración con EducationUSA a los representantes de Boise State University of Idaho, quienes nos hablarán sobre su proceso de admisión. Agradecemos a las personas que nos ven a través de Facebook Live. Pueden dejar sus preguntas en los comentarios. No olvides seguirnos en todas nuestras redes sociales. Comenzamos.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes, muchas gracias por venir. Soy Claudia Mendiola, soy la directora de este espacio. Estos espacios son parte de la red de American Spaces. Son lugares que pertenecen al gobierno de Estados Unidos y en los que damos información sobre Estados Unidos, pero trabajamos para los locales, nosotros trabajamos para los mexicanos. Tenemos diferentes actividades para que la gente sepa más sobre Estados Unidos, actividades divertidas como el cine, karaoke, la noche de juegos y actividades más serias también como conferencias, algunos clubes de conversación que son temáticos, otros que son sobre cultura general de Estados Unidos, y colaboramos estrechamente con EducationUSA, que ellos son los que dan informes sobre el proceso para estudiar en Estados Unidos. Gracias a ellos y en colaboración con los representantes de Idaho se organizó esta actividad. Entonces, pues espero que tengan preguntas, que es el momento para que no se queden con dudas, aprovechen que están por aquí los representantes. And thank you for coming. Do you speak Spanish a little bit? No? Okay, can you order tacos? Because that's important, that's enough. Okay, now well, just thank you, gracias a la gente que está conectada a través de Facebook. Les vamos a pedir que dejen sus preguntas en el chat, y también si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta aquí, que utilicen el micrófono para que puedan escuchar la pregunta a través de Facebook, por favor. Y les quiero presentar rápidamente a mi colega Mariana Corona, que ella es la asesora de Education USA. Si quieres venir y decir qué es lo que hace Education USA, pues muchas gracias por venir. No se vayan sin inscribirse a nuestro boletín de actividades y síganos en Facebook. Gracias.
Bueno, hola, sí, ¿sí me escuchan? Sí, muchas gracias. Well, this event will be in English, Brian, can you help me to move to the other slide, please? To go forward. Thank you, thank you. So, welcome everyone. My name is Mariana Corona Alvidres, and I am the advisor. This is weird. Well, it's okay. I am the advisor here in the Advising Center of Education USA, and I work with students from Mexico City, the state of Mexico, and Morelos, the state of Morelos. Thank you, Ren. So today, as you know, we'll be talking about Study Idaho, and we are fortunate to have some representatives. So you will have the opportunity to talk to them and ask a lot of questions. So this is your opportunity, and we are happy here at Education USA to have you all. So what's the agenda for today? So I'll be talking a little bit about what is Education USA, and then I'll give my colleagues some time, actually most of the time, to talk about Study Idaho and the opportunities there for you, and then we'll have a Q&A section, so you'll have the opportunity again to ask some questions. Thank you. So what is Education USA? And before talking about this, I would like to know if you know what is Education USA. If you've heard about this global network, or what's your knowledge about Education USA, or not really. It's okay, it's fine. So basically, we're not a university, we're not a college, we are a global network of advising centers from the U.S. Department of State and the Educational and Cultural Affairs. So we offer accurate, comprehensive, and current information about the full range of accredited U.S. higher education institutions, and it is important to notice that all our services are for free. So we won't charge you anything for our services, so you are welcome anytime to visit your center. That is, you probably saw it. It's right there, outside this room. So here in Mexico, this is only one of 26 Education USA advising centers around the country, but this country is only one of, I think, well, no, I don't think. There's advising centers in more than 75 countries around the globe. So these are the steps that we work with you guys, with students. So we follow five basic steps. The first is research in order for you to study in a US higher institution. So the first one is research your options, and the second is finance your studies, and then we work with you to complete your application. Then this step somehow is, like, causes a lot of stress with our students, for our students, the visa process, but we are here to help you with that process. And finally, we organize something called pre-departure orientation. So we help you to understand U.S. culture, what you want to, we basically prepare you before you visit the U.S. Okay, so what kind of advice do we provide? Our services are basically in three. We can divide the services in three types. The first one is in-center. So in-center here at the Benjamin Franklin Library, we offer information sessions, one-on-one meetings too with students, workshops, official materials, and guides. Also, we can visit schools and other organizations in outreach events. And finally, if you don't have the time or the opportunity to visit us in person, you can request a visit or a session with me or with other advisors virtually. And this slide is basically the introduction to talk about Study Idaho, but what are the benefits of higher education in the US? Basically, world-class learning institutions, like the ones that you will be listening about today, vast academic opportunities for sure. You can also improve your career opportunities, internships, work on campus, OPT, etc. This is probably something that many people are interested in to perfect their English. So this is a good opportunity to visit and study in the US. Also to gain a global perspective. As we know, the US is a multicultural country, so you can gain that perspective in the classroom. Finally, the final point is to receive world-class student support, worldwide recognition, and this means, to have the opportunity to meet and experience different, meet people and different cultures, and as well the campus experience, use, technology and scholarship. This is very important, and I encourage you guys to ask more about scholarship opportunities to my colleagues. So basically, these are the benefits of studying in the US when it comes to higher education. So we have now Study Idaho, and I please ask you to introduce yourselves.
My name is Kate Everett. I'm coming from the College of Idaho.
I'm Rachel Push. I'm with Riverstone International School, Preparatoria.
And I'm Tracy Day from Boise State University. So muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotras y gracias a EducationUSA por esta oportunidad de estar aquí en la oficina. Muchísimo. Lo siento. Okay. We are Study Idaho. So Study Idaho is a consortium of schools. We have secondary schools, we have colleges, and we have universities. And our purpose is to share the educational opportunities in our state with estudiantes internacionales, sus padres, and with international partners. Okay, we're located in the northwest of the United States, and we're going to tell you a little bit about our state. And our miembros son Boise State University, Idaho State University, Riverstone International School, the College of Idaho, the Community School, and University of Idaho. Okay, so what we're going to talk to you about today are the following topics. First of all, our real objective is to teach you about our state and that we really are a premier destination for international students. Everybody knows about California, about Florida, about Texas. But Idaho is a really special place, so we're excited to share our state with you. So these are the points. Bienvenidos. These are the points we're going to cover. Mexico and Idaho connections, academic depth and breadth, student opportunities, cityscapes and cultures, world-class recreation, quality of life and safety, and then we'll introduce our schools. Okay, so one really cool thing about Idaho is that in Boise, we have a Mexican consulate. So it's dedicated to the state of Idaho. So any students from Mexico that come to our state and have any problems, they have any questions, they can go in person to the office and ask questions, or they can call, okay? The head consular officer is wonderful, and he is here to help, and he would be really excited to help you if you needed anything. Another thing is we have an office. We have an international trade office that is dedicated to creating economic relationships between Idaho and Mexico. See, I can. Okay. So what that means is that we're creating economic connections, and our international students can have OPT and CPT opportunities. OPT and CPT is work related to your major. So the 6 months before you graduate and up to 1 year after you graduate, working in your field of study.
Excellent. So thinking about Idaho, as Tracy introduced, this premier institution or premier destination for all these different institutions you can choose from, really any academic interest that you have, from engineering to nursing, you will be able to find an institution that specializes in that area and is really able to help you have wonderful career success however you choose to do so. So in the photo, that's University of Idaho, which we'll talk about a little bit later, one of the universities most known for research. And that's really something that our state is known for. There's several different awards every year that go out for research, innovation across the state. And this really demonstrates just the high academic level and the breadth that we bring to academics. I'm going to read the notes quickly to see if I forgot anything. Yes, the different types of environments that you can choose from. For me personally, I knew I really wanted a small school, but we have really large research universities in urban settings, in rural settings. So depending on your own personal interests, you'll be able to find something that matches. Sorry. But I will ask one of my colleagues who are fluent in Spanish to say the wonderful phrase below.
En Idaho somos cabeza de ratón, no cola de león.
Okay. Next. All right, great. So what you'll find in Idaho is not only an excellent opportunity for study. I represent a boarding program, so preparation for college and university. Again, that full range of opportunities that's presented at our schools in the state here is something we want to welcome you to come and explore. In addition to amazing opportunities, it's a really lovely place to live. There are beautiful mountains, rivers, all sorts of lovely outdoor connections to nature that we'll talk about in a minute here. It's one of the things we're very well known for is outdoor Idaho. But in addition, we're in a really lovely location in southwestern part of the state with everything that you want and need, from shopping to restaurants to museums and theater and dance. There's something for everybody, and it's all really interconnected and accessible. That's really an important opportunity for our anybody who comes here and they kind of go, oh my gosh, I had no idea. It's such an amazing place. Sorry, back. There we go. But we have a population of roughly 226,000, so not too many people. The broader valley in which we live in Boise is about 500,000. But all over the state, there's accessibility pieces to small towns, big towns, rural kind of opportunities. There's just so much to do. So we really want to stress that there's that balance, both of academics as well as wonderful lifestyle.
Okay. That's YouTube. That's okay. Okay. So yo soy de Boise State Universidad, la Universidad de Boise State, y yo voy a leer mis notas. Okay. So Boise State has been nationally recognized as a leader in innovation. It's been designated by the Carnegie Foundation as a doctoral research university with high research activity. The College of Business and Economics at Boise State is one of only 3% of business schools in the world that have achieved AACSB international accreditation for our business school and our accountancy programs. AACSB accredited schools are considered the best business schools in the world. Boise State is the first public university to collaborate with Harvard Business School's innovative online program, HBX Core, allowing Boise State students to study a Harvard business education. Additionally, Boise State joins a premier group of universities that will help define the future of the semiconductor industry and prepare the leaders and workforce necessary to advance our state, the nation, and the world. The partnership was announced this past fall at the Group of Seven G7 Summit in Hiroshima, Japan, alongside industry CEOs, university presidents, the U.S. Secretary of State, the U.S. Ambassador to Japan, and the Japanese Minister for Education, Culture, Sport, Science, and Technology. Even though this partnership is primarily with Japan, all the research and the developments from this program will help all Boise State students with engineering. We also have a really great English program. So if you have questions about that program, I'm here to help.
Great. So the College of Idaho, we are known as the Yotes or Coyotes. So it's a smaller school. We're a liberal arts private institution, so about 1,100 students. And we are known for the PEAK program, which in a nutshell, you essentially graduate in 4 years with 1 major and 3 minors. So that breadth and depth to education is really the focus there. Currently, we have over 200 international students, so about 20% of our student body are international students. And this photo is from our recent cultural show where students show dances, singing. It's one of the best events of the year. It's always a sold-out house. It's really, really fun and celebratory. With the smaller student body, we have 11-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, which means you really get to know your mentors, your professors, and we find that really helps launch students to have success after graduation. And recently in 2021, we were rated as #1 in the nation for social mobility. And essentially what that means as students come into C of I, when they graduate and go on to their careers, they're elevating their family for their income and just being able to give back to their family in ways that is really meaningful, and we're really proud of that statistic. So go Yotes.
Okay, so I represent, again, a preparatory program where adventure awaits. And this is a school day, so we take advantage of the natural opportunities, camping, hiking, backpacking, in addition to a very top-level academic program with the international baccalaureate programs. So the IB is very well known in terms of its college and university preparation worldwide. And that's the only thing that we do here. So an IB World School, we have what we call a boutique boarding program, in that there are only 32 spots for our boarding students. So about 9%, 10% of our student body come from all over the world and other parts of the United States to do a dormitory boarding experience. Great preparation, about 410 students overall, with about 150-ish in high school. We have about 40 nationalities represented, and our dormitory location is in the downtown part of Boise. So again, that access. When I talked about access to the community, community connections, our students are very much part of that program. All right, I'm also talking about the Sun Valley Community School. Sun Valley is about 2.5 hour drive up in the mountains in central Idaho. It offers amazing skiing opportunities and also an outdoor program there. But they start at very young age, as do we, and their boarding program is the similar kind of thing where it's focused on grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. Their focus is very much a ski academy, and so if you are a skier or a snowboarder or an ice skater, they have an absolutely amazing program to be able to facilitate that. Also offering the kind of a college prep program through the advanced placement.
Okay, I'm a reader of notes. I don't want to forget anything. Okay, Idaho State. So Idaho State University is one of the most comprehensive institutions in the country. This university is one of only 6 institutions in the U.S. offering programs from 1-year technical certificates to graduate and professional degrees. As the state's lead institution in health professions, Idaho State is home to more than 75% of Idaho's healthcare degree programs. They are also home to a College of Business, ranked in the top 5% of business schools in the world, a number one ranked clinical psychology program, more particle accelerators than any other U.S. university, and one of only 6 universities in the western U.S. with a nuclear engineering program. Idaho State attracts students from all around the world to Pocatello, the city where it's located, to learn and live, surrounded by beautiful mountains and endless opportunities to explore the great outdoors.
So the University of Idaho, which I talked about a little bit earlier, it's located, so Boise is the capital, that's where we are all, and then Moscow's just up in the north there, that's the star. Oh, thank you, that was really helpful. Yes, so it's a little bit larger, it's about 11,000 students, one of the premier research institutions of the state, really strong grad programs, their architecture program in particular is really well known, but just so many different connections that this very premier research institution has, and in a beautiful location. Moscow is absolutely lovely. Forest, mountains, really, really beautiful.
Can you go back to the phones, have the insert in our phone slide? So I think what I'd like to end this presentation with is that Idaho may not be a well-known state in the United States, as well-known as California or Florida or Texas, but we have all the educational opportunities that you're looking for at a lower price. Is that better? And you get more individualized attention at our schools because our schools are smaller. You're not one of many. You're a more important part of the community in our schools.
Yeah, can we go to the outdoor one? I missed that one. There we go. Yeah, so just again to add in, we've all referenced the outdoors and you've seen those on the slides, but mountains, lakes, rivers, skiing, opportunities that are endless possibilities. And we have all of those so amazingly close to us to be able to take full advantage of that. So everything is really world class. If you like to fish, if you like to ski, please come and check it out. It's quite astonishingly beautiful.
Okay, we are here if you have any questions. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about my bad microphone skills.
Anybody? So how many of you are looking for kind of graduate programs, master's level or above? Laura, okay.
I have another mic here. So the microphone is important because through them, people on Facebook can hear us. That's why. Yes. But here's the other mic.
Good. So anybody looking at preparatoria? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, if you have friends or younger siblings, call me. And then what about undergraduate? Can we see a show of hands as to how many people are interested in the immediately following high school undergrad? Okay. Well, lots of opportunities, as you have seen, with 6 amazing schools. And for those of you who are following us on Facebook, we invite you to please connect with Education USA and with any of us who would represent any of the schools that we've spoken of tonight. Questions? We're here to answer them.
I would like to know what is if I need a specific level of English for to enter.
Sorry, and I have another one. Good afternoon. Can you talk more about the CCT program? I don't know. I didn't catch that very well, please.
Yeah, so I'll start with English levels, and then Kate, do you want to do OPT and CPT? So every school has different English level requirements. Graduate school, it's a little bit higher. So what you would want to do, I'm looking at you, the one who asked that question. So what I would do if I were you is get a Study Idaho brochure, look at the different schools, find what you're interested in, and then email that contact person or email one of us, and we can give you the information for a graduate school, what the English levels are. And also all of our schools have English programs to help you study if you need help with your English.
Any more questions?
So answering CPT, and I'll kind of do more of a general answer as well, including OPT, because I saw a lot of hands for graduate school. So for CPT in particular, this is, you're able to work while still being in school as part of your, directly tied to your major. So as an example, if you're a biology major and you could find an internship working in the fishing game, that's a very large branch within Idaho. So one of my students is working tagging fish throughout different rivers and systems, and so that he's able to work, earn money while still being a student. There's a little bit of a time constraint to that, and then after graduation, and CPT is curricular practical training. OPT is when after you graduate, optional practical training, and that's a full year of being able to work again within your major, your field of study. But it's directly tied to your student visa. You don't need to apply for any additional visa. Directly tied to your visa, the school still houses your visa, so the employer doesn't need to sponsor you, and our students have really wonderful experiences. I can think of several examples where they brought so much to the company as far as language skills, cultural skills, and the company wanted to hire them and sponsor them after completing OPT. So it's a really great opportunity for STEM majors, so those are any in the sciences, and they're continuously adding additional, so they recently added environmental studies, which is excellent. You can apply for 2 additional years of OPT, so especially for those pursuing graduate studies, after graduating with your master's degree in a STEM field, you could potentially work for 3 years in the United States still under your student visa, and that's entirely legal. It's entirely, it's a really great option, and students take advantage of it because it's a wonderful, wonderful option to work. Does that help? Okay, great.
And something we did not mention is that high tech is the #1 industry in Idaho. So if you're interested in OPT or CPT, there are some very large businesses, corporate headquarters in Boise and in the state of Idaho where you can find good internships. And really that cabeza de ratón, no cola de león, it really applies here because our schools work really hard to help our students get internships.
And my apologies for skipping your question. Any more questions?
We have a question from Facebook. Lupita asked, can a Mexican student apply, and if there is any kind of scholarship for Mexican students?
Let me start off here. Yes, we encourage, and I think I speak for all of the schools in the Study Idaho Consortia. One of the reasons we're here is we're actively seeking amazing students from Mexico, in addition to other parts around the world. We're all looking for a really well-represented, culturally diverse representation of students. It helps everything, I think, that we do. Scholarships are available in different schools. At the preparatory level, we do offer that opportunity. It's all outlined on our website, and specific questions I'm happy to address. I think everybody has different things, so we'll go to the College of Idaho next.
Yes, we definitely offer very generous scholarship packages. We're currently in the process of trying to become a Hispanic serving institution as the classification, so we would get even more additional scholarship money available. So we're really excited about that potential opportunity.
Yeah, at Boise State, the school I represent has lots of scholarships too. Some of them are automatic. So if you're a good student and you have high grades, you automatically get the scholarship. And then others are competitive where you apply for the scholarship and then you can get it if you write the best essay or you're the most convincing.
Also, if you can share your websites, and someone else is asking if you have master degrees in business.
Absolutely, we'll share our websites. Maybe we can put them in the chat, and maybe we can put our emails in the chat as well. And yes, our schools have excellent graduate degrees in business, really good MBA programs, which are 2-year master level programs that are ranked very well.
I think all of our programs do an amazing job preparing students in addition, with the IB program at the high school level, with the undergraduate program that College of Idaho offers. All of these things are terrific stepping stones for masters in business or different pursuits that our students might have. One of the things too that I wanted to also mention is that in addition to not being sort of that best known state, Idaho is really safe. It's very welcoming, it's very friendly, the quality of life is amazing there. And so coming into any of our institutions means that you'll have a lot of connections with great people and feel very at ease and welcomed right from the start.
To echo Rachel's comments, U.S. News and World Report in 2023 ranked Idaho as the 5th safest state and the 3rd best state to live in the United States. So it's a really nice place. Yes.
Any more questions? Yes.
Thank you. I am two questions. One is if I am interested in an internship only to improve my English, what documents that I need? And the other question is how many times the university or the college respond my application? Thank you.
So I can answer the internship for language programs. For language programs, they don't usually have internships, but you can work on campus at any of our schools with an F1 visa for up to 20 hours per week. And I think it's safe to say, everybody, that our response times are pretty quick. That's a high priority that we get back to our students quickly. If you email any of the three of us this week, you might not hear from us immediately because we're working all week in Mexico, but we will get back to you quickly.
Thank you. Someone else raised their hand. I don't remember. Yeah.
Hi, thank you. I got here late, so I'm interested in these English intensive programs. And I have a question about the age limit. I don't know if it has an age limit or no, I don't know, something like that. And also about the time that it takes. I read that it's about 18 plus hours, but I don't know, like in days, how many days does it means? Thank you.
So in our English program, you can be as young as 16 and as old as 116. But to live on campus, you have to be 18, or you have to turn 18 during your time that you study with us. And our program is really, really intensive. It's 18 or more hours per week of super intense English. We use the communicative method of instruction, so it's very active, it's very fun, it's very project-based. We have really cool themes every semester and lots of special topics opportunities. So if you send me an email, I'll send you so much information you won't even know what to do.
Thank you. Someone else? Nope. Yes.
My question, I think it's directed to Ms. Everett. I think you mentioned that the College of Idaho is liberal arts as the college, and I'm interested if you have you can give me any information about any graduate programs related to literature.
I really wish we did have graduate studies specifically in literature. Our graduate studies department is fairly small right now. It is growing, but unfortunately at this time we do not have specific studies for literature. But Boise State and others as well, University of Idaho, I'm not sure about ISU being medical focused, but there are other opportunities at larger universities, yeah.
Okay, and let me move on to Ms. Daven. the same question. If you, I'm sorry if it's too specific, but I'm wondering if you have any like basic information about what sort of courses regarding literature.
So I need to do my research to give you the best possible answer, so I hope you email me. But I do know that we have a new really cool graduate program in creative writing. And I know we also have graduate programs in English and English literature. But I can't speak at length about them. But if you send me an email, I'll do my research, send you all the links that you need, and connect you to our programs more in depth.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was a liberal arts major, so I think that's cool.
Maybe more questions? Probably on Facebook? Not really? Nope. Everything's fine? Are you sure? This is a lifetime opportunity for you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to add something else?
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so do you have all of our websites, Brian, that you're putting on the, awesome, thank you, and we'll be happy to help you with that as well. We've got our cards and all of our information here. Thank you, Education USA, for hosting us this evening. Thank you for all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules this evening and joining us here to learn more. Our ask is that you'll share the information that you've learned tonight about Idaho, about our individual schools with your friends, family, social media. Follow us all on social media. There's a lot of cool things to learn more about. And if nothing else, again, that breadth of opportunity, the depth of the things that we offer. And even if you don't come study in Idaho, come visit. It's a pretty amazing place. It took us, today we flew here from Boise to Salt Lake City. It was like an hour flight. We had a quick layover there and then 4 hours from Salt Lake, but it's also very easily accessible through California, through LA, through Phoenix, and through Dallas and Houston. So a lot of a quick, easy jump. Come visit. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thank you for visiting the Education USA Mexico City Advising Center, and thank you all for joining us today. Also, the audience on Facebook, I would like to invite you to keep in touch with the representatives. It's really important, and also to follow Education USA Mexico City on social media, and you can email us at mexicocity@educationusa.org, and we can follow up on your questions, and if you have more questions about Idaho and related issues, if you want to study in the US, not only Idaho, I am your person. So thank you so much. Also thank you to the Benjamin Franklin Library for hosting this event, and also follow them and come to visit us. Thank you, guys.
La Biblioteca Benjamín Franklin les agradece su participación. Despedimos a las representantes de Estudia Idaho y los invitamos a participar en todas nuestras actividades. Hasta pronto.